Hey, my name's Thomas, and I've been skating for a while, and I still can't kickflip. I can heel flip, I can ollie, I can frontside 180, I can do other tricks, but I cannot kickflip. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and if you could please help me, that'd be great. So let's get right into the kickflip. So I'm gonna show you my ollie. So that's my ollie, and then I'm gonna show you my heel flip. That's my heel flip. And then my 180. Oh, that was sketchy, but well. And now I'm gonna show you the kickflip. I don't know, like, it just feels really awkward. I'll do it a couple more times. I just can't flick the board. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Alright, let's help you learn these kick flips. So we'll check out this slow motion. Your kick flips are very, very interesting from what I saw. You're flicking up. It's not a bad flick, I'm not gonna lie with you, but it's strange. I'm still honestly trying to figure out exactly what you can do to fix these kick flips. I wish I could have seen a top angle so I could see what your foot position is. But right off the bat, I can see, yeah, you're flicking straight up the board. You're almost doing like a half ollie motion, and that's why it's not really flicking the entire way. Okay. Alright, well, I think you're close. You just have to make a few minor tweaks. And what I want you to look at is the way Aaron flicks his kickflips. And there weren't enough examples to exactly show you that, but what he does is he has his foot in this position right here. And when he flicks upwards, what you're doing is really good. I like your good habits of flicking upwards, because a lot of people when they're trying to learn kickflips actually flick towards the ground, and that causes their board to flick straight towards the ground, and obviously it doesn't flick enough. You have a very rare, your kickflips are very rare in the fact that you flick upwards, but you flick upwards so much that you don't necessarily make enough contact with your board to make it flick the full kickflip rotation. So what I recommend you do is practice this practice step right here, which is making that contact the entire way of the kickflip. And your good habits are good. I'm glad that you're starting out your kickflips like that. But the way you flick a kickflip is you flick off the side. You see, so you go up there. You don't necessarily drag your foot up like an ollie. You do drag it a little bit, but you don't have to go super high. I see, like, when you're in midair, your front foot is super bent high up in the air, and then your back foot is very low on close to the ground. So what you have to do is kind of drag up just a tiny bit, flick off that little corner, and then it's sort of like more of a side flick, and then you kind of follow through and flick your foot upwards. What you're doing is kind of flicking, and then you go drag it up really high, and then your foot is so high up in the air that you can't really like extend it in the way that the kickflip has to be done, and then it does like the weird half rotation. Alright, I want you to look at this attempt right here. I think this is the best example showing what the problem is in your kickflips, is that you pop it and then you try so hard to flick that your foot literally just slides off of the top of the board, and it doesn't really do anything. It kind of just does like a little ollie. So that's what I want to stress to you, the importance of making contact. You saw in the practice steps earlier, Aaron was just practicing sliding his foot up, sliding his foot up, sliding his foot up off that little corner over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that step right there stresses the importance of quality of the quality of the contact over power of just kicking the board as hard as you can. You'll notice that like what you're doing, you seem to be putting a lot of effort into just flicking upwards as hard as you possibly can, and I think that's actually, in trying to help yourself, it's making the kickflip harder because you're not really making any contact with the board. So what I think you need to do is start kind of rethinking your flick upwards is good. I want you to keep doing that, but what you have to do is just find a way in which you can put less effort but get a better, more quality kickflip. And by that, you just practice step over and over again, just trying to make that contact with your board. And then you'll be able to put less effort into your kickflip than what you're doing now, and then get it way easier. Here's a slow motion of Aaron right here. You can see he pops, boom, his foot drags up, and he flicks off. And you see he doesn't really put a lot of effort. His foot flicks up, but he just puts a tiny bit of effort, and then the board flicks midair. So that's what I want to stress to you. It's just kickflips, like I can literally do a kickflip without even popping, and it's all in the flick. So once you start getting down the flick and making a lot of contact with the board on that flick, I think you'll start getting it, and I think you'll get a lot closer. But if you keep practicing, you got it. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.
Oh, hey, Memorial Day-ians. I hope you guys are having a great Memorial Day, and I hope you're getting your Braille gear. 15% off. 15% off everything. That includes Skateboarding Made Simple. That includes hats. That includes belts. That includes, I don't know if these sunglasses are on sale yet, but if they are, they're 15% off. You can use the code. All right, guys, well, I hope you guys are having a great Memorial Day. I hope you guys are progressing in your skateboarding. Definitely check out Skateboarding Made Simple. You will not be disappointed. And all this rad gear, which you also will not be disappointed.